Alright, now not too long ago I made a tankiest frames video. Didn't go that well. There was a bunch that I needed to improve with it and everything, and in that video Harrow was included. Was that a bad frame to put in the video? No, because of the way I kind of described it. Then again, that was a little while ago, so it was pretty bad. There is something that I didn't really mention with Harrow. This is what I'm going to show in this video, and as you can tell by the title and probably thumbnail, crit damage is insane with Harrow, and that is what I'm going to show with this, as well as kind of giving him a bit of a duration of invincibility, which if you know Harrow, you're going to be able to guess what this is. So I do have this tank build. I don't think this is good enough for a video. Yeah, I tested it out. I don't think it's good enough, so we're going to leave that out. However, I do think this build is good enough to put in a video, and with all these build videos, there's one thing I have to tell you, and that is these can always be rearranged. Not want to see comments. I'm fine with someone telling me this sucks. Like, I'm fine with that, but I'm not fine when someone is giving me an essay about how to do this, and every single thing on the left here is the same percentage. Just to show you what I mean by this, if I go to Ember, which is one of my last build videos that did pretty well, go here, you see I have the Exterminate 2, this was in the video, you see strength, right? High, 270, right? This is what this guy showed me to do. Everything's the same. It didn't work out well, not compared to this. Going back to Harrow, the video is about. With the crit build, it's focusing on duration and strength. That is a big factor when it comes to Harrow. Now you can focus on health and shield and armor if you want to have that survivability aspect towards it with the shield and everything else like that. However, I will say downside is if you're trying to do the first ability with the shield, there's 52% range. That's below the 100% average that it starts you off with. So the first ability is not really ever going to be useful in these situations. If anything, second and third one could be possibly. Really, the fourth one is what we're looking at just because it's going to give that crit bonus. So if you can see all the mods here, we're going to have Armor's Hatred, which is going to give that ability strength with that little bit of armor boost there to kind of help us with the survivability. We have Blind Rage for that huge amount of strength. Low in efficiency, doesn't really matter. I've never had a problem with the efficiency, especially with Harrow, so that's fine. We have Ability Duration with Prime Continuity. We have Narrow-Minded with some more duration. That's what's giving us our setback in range. Then we have Argor Message and Secrets for that, again, the extra duration and strength. Then we have Umbral Intensify and Vitality for Vitality to boost that Intensify. And again, you could switch these two out. If you have Blind Rage and, I don't know, Narrow-Minded upgraded a bit more, this could be a lot better for you, and you could change Intensify for something that gives a lot more strength, and then change Vitality for another duration mod. And again, you can work with this how you want. However, this is the way I like it so far, and this is what I'm going to keep it until I get either better mods or can upgrade them when I have the time to. Alright, now I'm going to show you, I do have the Cedo, and just so you can see the stats here quick, go back. The auto, the critical chance is 60% with 4.1 times for the multiplier. I'm just going to show you what that, put on invisibility, just to kind of show you what it's going to do. I mean, you kind of see red, but it's iffy, right? So we have that. So they're mostly yellow, right? Mostly yellow in the little 1000s area, 900 maybe or so. But that is just to show you what that can do with just using the auto, not using the other part of the Cedo. We're gonna kill the enemies, and we're gonna simulate. He always starts off with full energy. If you didn't know that about Harrow, we're gonna go over here with our 4. And we have that huge duration that's going to give us this huge damage prevented. As long as they keep shooting us, that is. We'll go here, and then we could. I mean, it's just red. It's just red. So if you didn't have this huge struggle with, I mean, it being heavy gunners, and it's going to take a little bit for them to stop shooting at you once in a while, or you can hit the first ability. Alright, now that went horribly wrong just because of the way this build is I mean, you're never going to really get around this too often. You're going to be able to have that survivability chance, but I'm playing this just to kind of show you exactly what this crit bonus is going to do for you. So we're going to do it again. We're going to hopefully get all that damage prevented back up. And there we go. They're starting to shoot. Hesitant. This time, I guess. Oh my god. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna go to this one. Okay. Pretty quick. All red. All red. I mean, this is going through pretty easily. And keep in mind too, if you're ever using this, it's only gonna be for the head. That's why I'm this close. So if you have horrible aim, or you're not either close enough to this some enemy or anything else like that, then obviously you're not going to be able to do it. Even with melee, you're not going to be able to get any multipliers from that, because it's strictly focused on shooting at the head. Alright, and again with this thing, so what I would say, if you want to change this around a bit, there is something that I could show you here. Alright, now before I get into, well, I mean, I'm not going to get it yet. I think I can. I don't know if I can yet, but this would somewhat fit on the build, somewhat not. I mean, if I unlock this, performed it would fit perfectly fine. What I'm going to talk about here is a specific mod towards Harrow, which is going to increase the duration every time you get either a headshot or you kill somebody in the head. I'm not so sure the mod will be put up on the screen. That's what I'm talking about it. I know it's in Cephalon Suda for the Syndicate, so that's where I've seen it at. I don't know if it's in anything else. It might be in Red Veil. That's where I'm thinking it probably could be. I know for sure it's in Cephalon Suda, and this is a mod you could put on Harrow that's really going to help with that fourth ability. Now, do I have it? No. Should I put it on this mod? Definitely put it on this setup if you could get it, or if you even could buy it in the trade chat. I'm sure somebody's going to have it, or somebody's going to get it and then sell it to you. But if you have Cephalon Suda in the Syndicate, this is an available mod that you can get once you upgrade all the way through, or almost all the way through. I don't know which one it is yet. But once you're able to unlock those mods for Harrow, get that mod, you can add it onto this. You can either swap it out with anything. And if you wanted to, then, because of what it does, it increases the duration, take a duration mod off, change it for a range mod. So let's say we wanted either narrow-minded off to kind of not only get rid of that percentage that's taken off, also gain some percentage, so be over 100%, go ahead and do that. And just to kind of show you a quick example of that, I will go and find stretch, which is a common one everybody probably has. Put on narrow-minded. Now, duration goes down significantly, almost 100%, 30% off of 100%. And adding the stretch mod, though, even though it takes off the minus, 48%, adding another 45%, as in this is 45% ability range. It just went to the normal range and then added the 45% because we took off narrow-minded, because it has the positive and negative effect like blind rage. However, with blind rage, efficiency really doesn't matter that much in my eyes, just because we have this ability that we can really use one time, and with that mod that I showed on screen, you're going to be able to use it for a long amount of time, as long as you're going to find enemies and keep killing them over and over and over again. So the reason I would say add a range mod to this build, and if you have that specific mod for Harrow, is because you're going to be able to then not only have your duration last a bit longer with this fourth ability, which is the only one we're really focusing on, but now you get to use that first ability with it. So if we're going to show that real quick, even though I don't have that mod, just to kind of show what I mean by adding it with it. So if we spawn these enemies over here, we use our fourth ability. So we have a shorter duration, yes, right? We still should get a decent bonus here. And then now we can use one. And we should be able to kill them fairly quickly before they get out of it, because we have a high duration on it. Oh, well, that duration went off for the last ability. But you get the point with that. And if you had that other mod on Harrow, you would still be able to have that fourth ability running with the crit chance multiplier, getting that red crit, as well as being able to hold the enemies in place, have them hit by the chains, get your shield bonus, while also be able to have an effective range enough to be able to get the enemies capture that you need to, so you don't die immediately. And then once your crit multiplier is up and running, you can finally get that crit multiplier. You're gonna now take damage, and with that, you're gonna have, with the first build we had, limited range on the first ability. Even though you're gonna have a high duration, you still probably don't have it enough that you're gonna capture a bunch of enemies in a certain radius. So that is a big problem with that. So again, if you had that mod, this would probably be, in my opinion, near perfect build, because you're going to have that range effective enough to help when you're done with that multiplier, and you're still going to get that red crit. You're still going to have a decent amount of duration to take in damage, and then you're going to have that added duration to the effect of the critical multiplier when you have this mod attached to it. Alright, and that is my crit build for Harrow. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any opinions, anything to change about it, or if you just think this is the worst ever build I could put on Harrow, let me know. Please don't send me a mod setup or tell me what to do when it's going to be like 150% for every single one. Come on, that doesn't really do anything. That just ups everything he does just a bit. It's not going to focus on one ability, when in this case we're focusing on the fourth ability, focusing specifically on the crit chance to help with weapons, and then to focus on the duration with that, and kind of balance it out to, one, survive when you have it, and then two, to get that crit multiplier, critical chance, and get that red crit. Now, if you like this build video, you want to see more, there will be a build playlist in my channel, but for right now, to the top right will be all the Warframe videos I've done done on this channel, which is including farming videos and these build videos, as well as some Barrow videos, which don't really matter to you, and then some videos about new updates that came to Warframe when they came out. So I do those type of videos, so if you want to watch those anytime soon, or you want to see those when they come out, subscribe, go to your subscribe feed, and then when you hear something from Warframe, check. I probably have a video on it already. With all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy.